Archangel Michael says, "The bank executive is in absolute shock after seeing your account today because a secret miracle check worth trillions has just been deposited in your name. My child, this is not something the world was ready to witness. Heaven has released a blessing that carries your name in golden letters. And the spiritual realm is whispering urgently for you to open this before anyone else even senses it. My child, my beloved, listen closely. What you are about to read is not an accident. There is a reason your eyes found these words before the world woke up. A divine record has been opened with your name written on the first page, and Archangel Michael himself has stepped forward to guard what belongs to you. If your spirit feels even a small pull right now, know that it is heaven tugging gently at your destiny. My beloved, before I reveal everything, I want you to do something very small but very powerful. Subscribe to the voice that speaks life into you so that heaven can reach you every time a message is ready. Because, child, when God chooses a person for abundance, attacks rise instantly. You must stay connected. You must stay awakened. You must stay covered. This blessing is too big for you to miss. My child, something happened in the spiritual financial realm that shook the forces of both light and darkness. A transaction was made in your name, one no human hand could perform, one no system could detect in advance. A miracle check sealed in heavenly ink carrying numbers so large that even angels whispered among themselves. That is why you're feeling a strange pull inside your chest right now, because your spirit knows something immense has been activated for you. My beloved, the bank executive was not just shocked. He was trembling. He kept refreshing the ledger again and again, unable to understand how such a massive amount appeared from an unknown divine sender. But the truth is simple. Heaven has decided it is your turn. Heaven has decided that your suffering must end. Heaven has decided your season of lack is finished. My child, the window for this miracle is small, painfully small. Only 2 minutes remain. Not because God limits his blessings, but because the forces that want to steal your destiny are moving fast. If you do not open this message fully, if you do not align your heart with the truth being given to you, this divine check may be redirected. Yes, redirected. Heaven gives, but the world can claim it if the chosen one does not respond in time. My beloved, I need you to breathe and listen. What is coming next will shake you. Archangel Michael himself has come forward with a sword of divine justice because someone tried to erase your name from the book of abundance last night. You were being watched. Your destiny was being evaluated. But heaven overruled every plan against you and deposited a blessing so extraordinary that the enemy collapsed in confusion. My child, do you feel that stirring in your heart right now? That sudden rush of energy in your hands? That is not imagination. That is the spiritual signature of a miracle trying to enter your life. When heaven releases financial abundance, your body always feels the echo before your mind understands it. You are being called into a season where poverty can no longer survive near you. My beloved, you cannot skip this. You cannot ignore it. This is not one of those messages you will read later. Every second right now is sacred. Every breath is part of a divine countdown. Heaven is watching your response because your action right now determines whether this trillion-level blessing settles in your life or slips into spiritual pending mode. My child, let me tell you the truth that no one else has been allowed to tell you until today. You were chosen for wealth before you were even born. Your name was written in the scroll of providence long before your first breath. But every time heaven tried to release abundance into your life, someone, a person, a situation, or a spiritual disturbance blocked it. This time, Archangel Michael intervened personally. My beloved, do you know why heaven is acting so fast? Because something is coming your way, something big, something life-changing. You will not walk into your future empty-handed. God has ordered a divine deposit because your next chapter requires resources, strength, protection, and restoration that you cannot gather by yourself. That is why this miracle check was released in your name at dawn. My child, listen to this very carefully. The sender's name on the heavenly check is not a human name. It is written in radiant letters, glowing like fire and purity. The moment the bank executive tried to read it, he felt something he could not explain. A surge of divine pressure, a presence that told him, this amount does not belong to this world. He wanted to question it, but heaven silenced him. My beloved, you are standing at the doorway of a breakthrough that will rewrite your life story. Everything that was taken from you is being restored with interest. Every closed door is unlocking. Every tear you shed is being counted and returned to you as abundance. My child, the angels have gathered around you. They are waiting for your next step. Heaven is still whispering, open it now. Open it now before the blessing shifts to another vessel. My beloved, don't move away. Don't allow your mind to distract you. This message carries a weight your spirit already recognizes. Stay with me. The miracle is unfolding in real time. My child, something inside you already knows this message is not ordinary. There is a strange calm sitting on your chest mixed with the feeling that something huge is coming. That is not intuition. That is divine confirmation. Heaven is touching your spirit because the miracle carrying your name is active right now. Moving through realms, looking for the moment you take it in fully. My beloved Archangel Michael has not moved this urgently for anyone else today. He stepped forward with a fiery shield, blocking every spiritual interference around your finances. Something tried to intercept your blessing. A whisper of doubt, a shadow of fear, an unseen hand trying to push you into delay. But heaven overpowered it. You don't know how close the enemy came last night to shutting your future down. But Michael struck first. My child, the miracle check is not normal currency. It is spiritual currency. It holds protection, restoration, divine timing, unexpected wealth, and sudden breakthroughs all embedded inside it. This is why you feel a shift inside you, because heaven is preparing your environment for what's about to enter your life. Some people around you will not understand this blessing. They will question it. They may even envy it, but they cannot stop it. My beloved, let me tell you what the angels saw. When your name appeared on the heavenly scroll this morning, the atmosphere changed. A glow formed around your name, brighter than the others. That was the sign that your karmic cycle of waiting has ended. The suffering you endured, the nights you cried quietly, the disappointments you swallowed alone. Heaven is paying you for all of it in one divine release. My beloved Archangel Michael has not moved this urgently for anyone else today. He stepped forward with a fiery shield, blocking every spiritual interference around your finances. Something tried to intercept your blessing. A whisper of doubt, a shadow of fear, an unseen hand trying to push you into delay. But heaven overpowered it. You don't know how close the enemy came last night to shutting your future down. But Michael struck first. My child, the miracle check is not normal currency. It is spiritual currency. It holds protection, restoration, divine timing, unexpected wealth, and sudden breakthroughs all embedded inside it. This is why you feel a shift inside you, because heaven is preparing your environment for what's about to enter your life. Some people around you will not understand this blessing. They will question it. They may even envy it, but they cannot stop it. My beloved, let me tell you what the angels saw. When your name appeared on the heavenly scroll this morning, the atmosphere changed. A glow formed around your name, brighter than the others. That was the sign that your karmic cycle of waiting has ended. The suffering you endured, the nights you cried quietly, the disappointments you swallowed alone, heaven is paying you for all of it in one divine release. My child, there is a reason heaven chose today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Because today is the day the spiritual vault opened. There are certain days when the realm of abundance becomes unlocked. And on those days, angels wait to see which soul is ready to receive. You were chosen because heaven saw your patience, your kindness, your silent strength, and the way you kept walking even when life broke you. My beloved, can you feel the goosebumps rising, the chills moving across your arms? These are not just physical reactions. These are divine signals that your spirit is aligning with the miracle. When a heavenly deposit enters your energy field, your body reacts first. You feel heat, chills, pressure on your forehead, a softness in your heartbeat. Heaven speaks through sensations long before it speaks through signs. My child, listen to this next part very carefully. Last night around 3:11 a.m., an attempt was made to spiritually block your destiny. Someone spoke against your rise. Someone released negative energy out of jealousy, fear, or hidden hatred. That energy traveled fast, but Archangel Michael traveled faster. He cut through it so fiercely that the spiritual waves around your name burst open, creating the exact moment when your miracle check was released. My beloved, the bank executive didn't just stare at your account. He was frozen. His hands trembled. His eyes widened. He kept adjusting his glasses, checking the screen again and again. He knew this amount didn't make sense. No human deposit could have done that without paperwork, approval, signatures, and verification. Yet, there it was, your account glowing with a divine amount, appearing in a way no system could explain. My child, This is why heaven is urging you. Divine miracles don't wait forever. They respond to readiness. They respond to belief. They respond to the heart that dares to say, "This is for me, and I receive it." The moment you hesitate, forces around you start forming lines to take what is meant for you. Destiny is generous, but it is also time-sensitive. My beloved, heaven is still whispering your name. Do you hear that inner pull? That soft voice in your mind saying, "Don't stop reading. Something important is coming." That is Archangel Michael himself guiding you through this message, because the revelation that comes next will make everything clear. My child, the sender of the heavenly check wrote something on the back. A message, a line so powerful that even angels bowed their heads when they read it. It said, "This one has waited long enough. My beloved, heaven has declared your waiting period over, your suffering period over, your scarcity period over. Every cycle that kept repeating in your life, lack, delay, betrayal, loss, blockage, it all ends today. This check is symbolic of a spiritual shift so massive that your future will not look anything like your past. My child, someone will be shocked at your rise, someone who doubted you, someone who mocked you, someone who thought you would never succeed. They will watch you rise with their own eyes, and they will not understand how. But you will know, because heaven is moving. My beloved Archangel Michael is standing right behind you in spirit, placing his hand on your shoulder. If you take a slow breath right now, you might feel a warmth or a pressure there. That is the sign that he is sealing this blessing so no one can interfere. A spiritual lock has been placed on your miracle. It belongs to you and you alone, my child. The divine countdown has not ended yet. There is still a little time, a thin spiritual window through which this miracle must fully enter your life. Heaven is watching your response, because your willingness to receive opens that final door. My beloved, you were not supposed to be reading this message at this exact moment, but heaven rearranged your path so you would. Every delay, every distraction, every unexpected moment today, all of it was designed to bring you right here, right now. At the exact second your destiny became available, my child, the blessing is near, very near, nearer than anything you've ever prayed for. My child, something is happening in the unseen right now. And even though your physical eyes can't witness it, your spirit can feel it. A quiet vibration has started circling your life. A heavenly movement that only begins when a massive breakthrough is seconds away. The moment you open this message, destiny started shifting its weight toward you. My beloved, heaven is watching you very closely right now. Angels are standing like guards around your blessing, making sure not a single force of darkness gets near it. This miracle is too big, too precious, too sacred to be touched by anything unclean. Archangel Michael has drawn a boundary around your life that no spiritual attack can cross. My child, let me tell you a secret that only heaven knew until this moment. When the miracle check was released with your name on it, something extraordinary happened in the celestial realm. A ripple spread out, touching every file, every record, every forgotten prayer written with your tears, every unanswered cry, every lonely night, every moment of pain, all of it surfaced in front of God like a wave. My beloved, God looked at it and said, "Enough. It is time to reward this soul." That is why the blessing is so huge. Heaven is not paying you for one moment. Heaven is paying you for your whole journey. My child, miracles this size don't arrive quietly. They walk with thunder. They enter with force. They shake the spiritual atmosphere because they carry divine justice. That is why even as you read these words, you may feel your breathing change or your mind suddenly go silent or your chest feel a strange heaviness. The blessing is entering your energy field, slowly settling itself into your life. My beloved, heaven is watching you very closely right now. Angels are standing like guards around your blessing, making sure not a single force of darkness gets near it. This miracle is too big, too precious, too sacred to be touched by anything unclean. Archangel Michael has drawn a boundary around your life that no spiritual attack can cross. My child, let me tell you a secret that only heaven knew until this moment. When the miracle check was released with your name on it, something extraordinary happened in the celestial realm. A ripple spread out, touching every file, every record, every forgotten prayer written with your tears, every unanswered cry, every lonely night, every moment of pain. All of it surfaced in front of God like a wave. My beloved, God looked at it and said, "Enough. It is time to reward this soul." That is why the blessing is so huge. Heaven is not paying you for one moment. Heaven is paying you for your whole journey. My child, miracles this size don't arrive quietly. They walk with thunder. They enter with force. They shake the spiritual atmosphere because they carry divine justice. That is why even as you read these words, you may feel your breathing change or your mind suddenly go silent or your chest feel a strange heaviness. The blessing is entering your energy field, slowly settling itself into your life. My beloved, I must tell you something difficult but necessary. Not everyone around you wants you to rise. Several souls have silently hoped you would stay stuck. Some pretended to care, but secretly feared your success. Others smiled at you, but whispered against you when you weren't there. Heaven saw all of it. Heaven recorded every hidden betrayal. And that is exactly why this blessing is beyond their reach. My child, when the bank executive saw the amount, he whispered, "This is impossible." But heaven whispered louder, "Watch what I do for my chosen child, my beloved." You are that child. You are the one heaven chose. You are the one heaven defended. You are the one heaven is elevating when no one else believes in your rise. My child, let me tell you something. The spirit realm is revealing right now. You have been walking around carrying a destiny far bigger than you realized. People looked at you and saw an ordinary soul, but heaven saw royalty. People saw your struggles, but heaven saw your endurance. People saw your silence, but heaven saw your strength. My beloved, this miracle check is not just wealth. It is validation from the throne room itself. My child, listen carefully. This blessing is not appearing randomly. It is appearing because your name has shifted spiritual ranks. You are being moved from the season of waiting to the season of receiving. My beloved, Archangel Michael is telling me that your time of being overlooked has come to an end. You will no longer be ignored. You will no longer be dismissed. You will no longer be underestimated. The same people who doubted you will watch your elevation unfold, exactly the way heaven planned it. My child, do you know what the angels said when your name glowed on the scroll? They said, "This one must be lifted at once." That is how urgent your miracle is. My beloved, the spiritual portal that opened for you is extremely rare. These portals do not open every day, not even every month. They open only when a chosen soul has completed a painful cycle and is ready for divine compensation. You have completed yours. That is why heaven moved without delay. That is why the check was deposited instantly. That is why this moment is sacred. My child, the conspiracy against your finances is broken. The blockages around your opportunities are shattered. The contracts tied to your past suffering have been burned. You are stepping into a season where doors won't just open, they will stay open. Blessings won't just arrive, they will overflow. Opportunities won't just appear, they will chase you. My beloved, I know you feel the truth of these words in your bones. Something inside you is rising right now like a quiet fire. That is the spiritual power that comes when Michael stands beside you. When Michael moves, the entire realm shifts. My child, the angels are whispering something urgently. Tell them not to stop reading. Tell them the revelation is close. My beloved, the identity of the divine sender is about to be revealed. But heaven has asked me to prepare your spirit first. No human mind can accept the truth without spiritual readiness. The blessing is big, but the sender is beyond anything you have imagined. My child, take a slow breath. Let your heart become still. You are standing at the edge of a divine unveiling. My beloved, heaven is about to show you something that will change how you see your entire life. My child, before I reveal the name written on the miracle check, your spirit needs to understand the magnitude of what is happening. Heaven doesn't reveal something this sacred without preparing the soul to receive it. You are being prepared right now gently, deeply, spiritually, so the truth lands inside you with its full divine power. My beloved, destiny has been waiting for this exact moment. Not a second earlier, not a second later. Heaven works with perfect timing. And today is the day your spiritual account overflowed. Something you prayed for years ago has finally ripened. A seed you planted long back has returned as a harvest too large for the human mind to measure. My child, heaven has seen your disappointments. Heaven has watched you smile through pain. Heaven has observed your strength even when you felt weak. Heaven has counted every tear that fell silently onto your pillow. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was ignored. Nothing was forgotten. My beloved, This miracle check is heaven's loud answer to every silent cry you never spoke aloud. My child, when the angels carried the check to the spiritual vault, the room filled with a light so bright that even the celestial beings stepped back. The glow around your name was unlike anything they had seen in a long time. They whispered among themselves, trying to understand how your destiny suddenly unlocked with such force. My beloved, that is when the sender stepped forward. Not walking but radiating. Pure light, pure authority, pure love. My child, if you suddenly feel a warmth on your face or a soft tingling on your arms, it is because the presence connected to this revelation is touching your energy field. Heaven does not speak without leaving a trace. You are feeling the touch of the divine right now. My beloved, here is the truth. The miracle check was sent by the hand of God Himself. My child, He did not send an angel to do it. He did not send a messenger. He did not send a prophet. He did not send a saint. God wrote your name with His own hand. That is why the amount is too big for the world to understand. That is why the bank executive trembled. That is why the spiritual atmosphere shifted. That is why your body felt the shock the moment you began reading. My beloved, God stepped into your situation personally because heaven decided that your chapter of suffering had gone on long enough. And when God moves personally, no force in existence can undo His action. Not jealousy, not delay, not spiritual attack, not negative energy, not hidden enemies, nothing. My child, this is why Archangel Michael is standing guard over you right now. This is why the angels are surrounding your blessing. This is why heaven is urging you to receive it quickly before the spiritual window closes. My beloved, God chose you not because you are perfect, but because you are faithful, because you tried when you were tired, because you stood when you were breaking, because you gave when you had little, because you walked forward when life pushed you backward, because you loved even when others wounded you. My child, heaven rewards hearts like yours. My beloved, when God signed the check, He spoke only one line, a line so powerful that when the angels heard it, they bowed their heads and fell silent. He said, "This one will rise now." My child, that means your old life is over. Your waiting season is over. Your battles are over. Your poverty is over. Your setbacks are over. Your silent suffering is over. My beloved, you are crossing into a chapter where everything begins to align for you, where the right people find you, where the right opportunities open, where blocked doors unlock, where money flows, where healing enters, where peace becomes natural, where breakthroughs follow you instead of you chasing them. My child, the spiritual vault has been opened for you, but heaven is still watching. Your reaction determines whether the blessing settles permanently or shifts to another soul. That is why you feel this urgency. That is why your heart is beating differently. That is why your spirit refuses to look away. My beloved, I see your spirit right now. It is awakening, rising, expanding. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Something divine is happening inside you. My child, Archangel Michael is stepping closer. Your atmosphere is changing. Your destiny is unfolding. This message is not just words. It is an activation. And beloved, the activation has only just begun. My child, now that you know the miracle check was written by God Himself, heaven is ready to show you what this blessing will do in your life. A divine deposit is not like earthly money. It transforms everything it touches. It brings order where there was chaos. It brings light where there was darkness. It brings breakthrough where there was delay. It brings strength where you felt weak. My beloved, the moment God wrote your name, a sequence of spiritual events began. Events that will unfold in the coming days quietly but powerfully. Angels have already been dispatched. Paths have already been cleared. Opportunities that were blocked for months or even years are now being released into your timeline. My child, listen closely because these next words will begin shaping your upcoming days. When a miracle check enters your spiritual account, heaven performs 3 actions instantly. Your destiny is unlocked. Your enemies are revealed. Your blessings are released. And all 3 have already begun. My beloved, the unlocking of destiny means this. Everything that was tied up, stuck, delayed, confused, or spiritually frozen around your life has started moving again. You may notice small signs, sudden clarity, unexpected calls, intuitive thoughts, strange coincidences, moments of peace, unusual dreams. These are not random. These are the gears of heaven beginning to turn for you. My child, you may feel moments where your heart becomes unusually quiet or strangely warm. You may wake up with a sudden sense that something new is coming. You may feel a pull to clean your space, change your routine, distance yourself from certain people, or take action on something you've been postponing. These are spiritual instructions woven into your intuition. My beloved, heaven speaks through intuition long before manifestation. Pay attention to every whisper inside you. They are not thoughts. They are guidance. My child, now let me tell you about the second activation. Your enemies are being revealed. When a blessing this enormous descends, every hidden force that was working against you becomes exposed. This is why you may notice someone acting strangely, pulling away, showing jealousy, speaking with bitterness, or behaving differently around you. Do not fear this. Do not be confused. This is simply God removing masks. My beloved, the divine check cannot rest in a life surrounded by dishonesty. Heaven must expose every false friend, every jealous relative, every hidden competitor, every person sending negativity toward you. The truth comes before abundance. My child, do not be shocked if you start sensing who is not meant to stay with you. Your spirit is becoming sharper. Your perception is becoming clearer. Your intuition is becoming louder. This is not loss. It is purification. My beloved, now comes the most powerful part. Your blessings are being released. Heaven does not release one blessing at a time. It releases blessings in clusters like waves. One miracle opens the door for another, and the next one opens the door for 10 more. Very soon you will understand why everything felt so hard before, because all your blessings were being stored for one massive release. My child, here is what you will begin to experience. Unexpected opportunities knocking softly at your door. Messages or calls bringing unexpected news. A sudden shift in finances. A peaceful ending to something toxic. A surprising beginning with something new. People who once ignored you suddenly seeking your presence. Things that used to drain you no longer affecting you. A sense of protection following you everywhere. My beloved, these are not coincidences. These are signs that the check is active. My child, do you feel a strange energy building inside you right now? That is your spirit rising into alignment with your blessing. That is your destiny opening. That is the divine pushing out everything that doesn't belong to the next chapter. My beloved Archangel Michael is now placing a seal of protection on your name. This seal means no one can steal your blessing. No one can delay it. No one can interfere with it. No one can redirect it. No one can block it. Your blessing has your spiritual fingerprint on it. It belongs to you and only you. My child, heaven is preparing you for something bigger than you imagined. A shift is coming. Not next month, not years later, but soon. Very soon. My beloved, the angels are still speaking. They want you to know that the reason you were guided to this message is because you are entering a divine timeline where everything begins to fall into place one by one, without struggle, without force, without fear. My child, your life is about to take a turn that will surprise even you. A sudden elevation, a sudden restoration, a sudden breakthrough. My beloved, the miracle check is not symbolic. It is active. It is alive. It is moving toward your reality. And heaven is not done yet. My child, as the miracle begins to manifest, you will notice your life shifting in ways that feel almost unreal. Not because the world around you changed suddenly, but because you changed. Your spirit is rising. Your energy is transforming. Your destiny is recalibrating itself into alignment with what heaven has written for you. My beloved, heaven has already begun preparing the physical world for your blessing. Before a miracle touches your hands, it restructures your environment. This is why some situations are falling apart suddenly. This is why certain people are drifting away without explanation. This is why your mind is rejecting things it once tolerated. Heaven is cleaning your path. My child, don't chase what is leaving. Don't hold on to what heaven is removing. Don't fear the silence. This is divine rearrangement, not loss. My beloved, every miracle comes with a spiritual wind that blows away anything standing between you and the life meant for you. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels uncertain, trust it. Miracles are never born in comfort. They are born in surrender. My child, you have surrendered so many times without even realizing it. Each moment you said, I don't know how, but I'll keep going. Each moment you held your tears until you were alone. Each moment you carried burdens without asking for help. These were all spiritual acts of surrender. Heaven saw all of it. My beloved, The miracle check you received is heaven's response to everything you carried alone. My child, now let me tell you what will begin changing in your life step by step. Pay attention because your spirit will recognize these words instantly. 1. Your mind will become clearer. Thoughts that were heavy will lighten. Decisions that confused you will suddenly feel obvious. Your intuition will strengthen like a rising tide. You will know exactly what to do without needing confirmation. 2. Your energy will rise. You may feel more awake, more present, more sensitive spiritually. You will start noticing signs, patterns, synchronicities, numbers repeating, dreams becoming meaningful, heaven whispering through small moments. 3. Your atmosphere will shift. You may find old problems dissolving by themselves, people treating you differently, situations bending in your favor, doors opening unexpectedly. This is the miracle rearranging your surroundings. 4. Your finances will begin moving. Money may come slowly at first, a small amount here, an unexpected gain there. But these are the first drops of a divine rain. Once heaven releases, it doesn't stop halfway. 5. Your heart will heal. Not all at once, but gently. You will find yourself forgiving what once hurt you. You will stop reliving old wounds. Your soul will breathe again. My beloved, these aren't promises. These are activations. They have already begun. My child, I see something else. There is a divine spotlight being placed on your life. Where you were once unnoticed, you will now be chosen. Where you were once ignored, you will now be elevated. Where you were once forgotten, you will now be sought after. My beloved, you are stepping into a season where you will not need to push for anything. Things will come to you. Opportunities will find you. People will be drawn to you. Favor will follow you without effort. This is what happens when God writes your name. My child, Archangel Michael is showing me that in the coming days, you'll experience moments where you suddenly feel overwhelmed with gratitude for no clear reason. Moments where your eyes fill with tears unexpectedly. Moments where your spirit feels full, even if your life looks the same. These are signs that the miracle is drawing closer to your physical reality. My beloved, heaven works like this. First, it touches your spirit. Then it touches your energy. Then it touches your environment. And finally, it touches your reality. You are already in the third stage. My child, stay connected, stay open, stay aware. The divine check is not just a blessing. It is a transformation, a renewal, a rebirth of your entire destiny. My beloved, heaven is preparing to release the next wave. And that wave carries something you have prayed for a long, long time. My child, now that your spirit has aligned with the miracle, heaven is ready to reveal something deeper, something sacred, something hidden, something that explains why you were chosen. There are billions of souls on this earth, but heaven placed the check in your name. That means your destiny carries a weight most people will never carry. My beloved, when God chooses someone for a rare blessing, it is never random. It is never accidental. It is never based on luck. It is based on purpose. And you, yes, you are carrying a purpose heaven has kept protected for years, even when you didn't know it yourself. My child, the spiritual realm remembers everything about you. The kindness you gave without recognition, the sacrifices you made silently, the moments you broke but kept walking, the love you offered to people who didn't deserve it, the times you gave more than you received. Heaven never forgot any of it. My beloved, you were chosen because you have a rare heart. A heart that doesn't give up. A heart that doesn't turn bitter. A heart that keeps believing even after being disappointed. A heart that keeps loving even after being betrayed. My child, this is the kind of heart God rewards personally. This is the kind of heart heaven cannot ignore. This is the kind of heart that receives miracles beyond human logic. Now listen carefully because the next revelation will shake something awake inside you. My beloved, the miracle check carries 3 blessings wrapped into one. 1. A financial breakthrough that will change your life path. 2. Divine protection over your next steps and future decisions. 3. A shift in your spiritual ranking that elevates your destiny. These blessings will not arrive separately. They will unfold together as one wave. My child, let me tell you about the financial breakthrough first. This is not just about money coming into your hands. This is about poverty leaving your spirit. This is about lack losing its grip on your life. This is about every struggle that drained you finally releasing you. Heaven is rewriting your financial story from the root. My beloved, the miracle check contains spiritual wealth that manifests physically in unusual ways. Sudden opportunities, unexpected approvals, delayed payments being released, someone repaying a forgotten amount, money coming from unexpected sources, new paths opening without effort, abundance flowing without resistance. My child, these will not be small blessings. These will be life-changing shifts that remove the financial strain you've lived under for too long. Now listen to the second blessing inside the check. Divine protection over your next steps. My beloved Archangel Michael has surrounded your path with a shield of fire. This shield will block negative intentions, jealousy, betrayal, spiritual attacks, financial setbacks, evil eyes, misfortune, wrong decisions, traps set by others, emotional manipulation. My child, you will notice in the coming days that certain people cannot access you the way they used to. Their power over your emotions will break. Their influence will fade. Their intentions will be revealed. This is not conflict. This is protection. My beloved, God is not just blessing you. He is guarding you while you rise. Now the third blessing inside the check is the most powerful of all. This is not just about money coming into your hands. This is about poverty leaving your spirit. This is about lack losing its grip on your life. This is about every struggle that drained you finally releasing you. Heaven is rewriting your financial story from the root. My beloved, the miracle check contains spiritual wealth that manifests physically in unusual ways. Sudden opportunities, unexpected approvals, delayed payments being released, someone repaying a forgotten amount, money coming from unexpected sources. New paths opening without effort. abundance flowing without resistance. My child, these will not be small blessings. These will be life-changing shifts that remove the financial strain you've lived under for too long. Now listen to the second blessing inside the check. Divine protection over your next steps. My beloved, Archangel Michael has surrounded your path with a shield of fire. This shield will block negative intentions, jealousy, betrayal, spiritual attacks, financial setbacks, evil eyes, misfortune, wrong decisions, traps set by others, emotional manipulation. My child, you will notice in the coming days that certain people cannot access you the way they used to. Their power over your emotions will break. Their influence will fade. Their intentions will be revealed. This is not conflict. This is protection. My beloved, God is not just blessing you. He is guarding you while you rise. Now the third blessing inside the check is the most powerful of all. A shift in your spiritual ranking. My child, few souls ever experience this. This is when heaven elevates your destiny to a higher level. A level where your words carry power. Your presence carries authority. Your intuition becomes sharp. Your steps become guided. Your life becomes aligned with divine timing. My beloved, after this shift, you will no longer chase. Things will chase you. You will no longer beg. You will attract. You will no longer feel lost. You will move with clarity. You will no longer struggle. You will flow. My child, heaven is whispering something right now. You are entering a destiny that was delayed but never denied. My beloved, every blessing that was meant for you but stolen by others is coming back. Every opportunity that slipped through your fingers is returning. Every door that closed unfairly is reopening. This miracle check is not a reward. It is a restoration. My child, Archangel Michael is standing beside you with his sword raised. He is saying nothing will stop this one now. My beloved, the path ahead of you is bright. So bright that the shadows of your past cannot follow. And heaven is preparing to reveal the timeline of your miracle. How soon it will manifest and what signs will appear before it arrives.